before you cut anything, or ask yourself three questions. How do I want work to feel in 2026? What do I want less of? And what am I willing to do differently?
Vision boards work.
Do they? Or is it just glue with confidence?
This week on Work Besties Who podcast, we're making vision boards for 2026 with one believer and one skeptic.
No manifesting pressure, no toxic positivity.
Just real talk about clarity, intention, and how we actually want work to feel in 2026.
Hi, I'm Claude.
And I'm Jess.
We are corporate employees by day, entrepreneurs by night, and work besties for life.
Join us as we explore how work besties lift each other up, laugh through the chaos, and thrive together in every industry.
Work besties!
Hi, besties. Welcome back to Work Besties Who podcast, the show where we talk about work, life, and the relationships that keep us sane at our jobs. We are currently sitting on the floor podcasting to you from the Podfest conference.
And today we are tackling a very polarizing topic, at least for us.
Vision boards.
Yes, vision boards, which Jess loves.
And Claude, let's just say not so much a big fan of.
Not that I'm not a fan. I don't believe in it.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
All right. Explain yourself.
Well, I don't think that putting something on the board is going to happen because you put it in the board.
What? Well, then why did you do it with me?
Because you like it. That's what friendship is.
All right. So whether or not you love vision boards or not, this episode will help you understand from my perspective why they help and what it feels like to put something down on paper that makes you think about the future.
Because today we're not just talking about vision boards for 2026. We actually made them.
We actually just made it for us anyway, on camera, live.
You're going to see.
Share.
You will see. It was fun.
All right, so let's start here. Why vision boards for 2026? If you guys remember, we've actually done them for the last few years.
Because apparently we need to think already in January about all 2026. So that far ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So many of us spend the end of December or even beginning of January thinking about what we want for the next year, the goals. Maybe we think about the things that we didn't hit and therefore want to think about accomplishing in the next year. And a vision board is really about intention, not the pressure you have to do it, but the intention of what you want to get done.
Okay. And I'll add, even if I'm a skeptic, I do think we rarely pause to ask, what do I actually want my work and life to feel like?
Right. That's the point of vision boards. It's not just about hitting a goal, but to visualize the direction of where you want to go. So ideally, it would be great to hit them all, but you're really just thinking about your why behind to get there and how you can start thinking about it.
Okay, so that I can understand, where it's like kind of your to-do list for the whole year.
Well, not even the whole year.
Inspirational.
Right. It's inspirational. And I don't even think it's necessarily for the whole year. In my mind, it's like a clarity cleanser. What would you like your life to look, feel, and accomplish? And how can you start getting there in this next year? Doesn't mean you have to do it all. Doesn't mean that you're going to get to do it all. It's how do you start bringing the intention and the energy in your workforce and your life to focus on those things. So it shifts not just to how and the where, but the decisions behind what you decide to do throughout the year.
Okay, so for me, it was kind of in my head when I heard vision board was more about if I glue it on a piece of paper, it is going to happen. Still have to do the work.
You would like it to happen.
You would like to happen. So it's kind of the board doesn't manifest the thing. It's just you remind yourself throughout the year what your goals are.
I love that. You are the person who manifests it. You're the manifestation of it. The board helps you visualize what you're bringing to life. So it creates the act of bringing it into your mindset and how you can start to think differently.
All right. That's more logical than
in my woo-woo ways.
Then you're like, wait.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So as we think about what we're accomplishing, what is your concerns here?
My concern is that vision board become a fantasy board, like something that is not going to be attainable. Like, for
Mhm.
example, I want to buy myself a private jet. I want to run for president.
Both of those could be attainable, but
No,
yes,
it's not.
they are.
How
Well,
am I
maybe
going to have a private jet
make
if I
enough make enough money, you can get it.
win Lotto?
Yeah. I think what you want to think about is if that is really the goal that you're trying to go after, which
Well, it's
I
not.
don't think it
It's
is.
not.
So that's why in your mind
It's not good for the
it's
environment.
not attainable. But let's say, for example, let's talk about one of the ones that we put on our board 2 years ago or this past year in 2025 that we didn't necessarily hit, but we've now still upped the ante and put on our board this year. Our community. How do we continue to grow our community? We had a very lofty goal of what we wanted to get to, a certain number of followers, and we didn't quite get there, but we were close,
Very close.
right? And therefore, even though we didn't hit it for 2025, we were on the path and we definitely will hit it in 2026. We still upped the ante and made it higher. It's not like we just kept it at that because in our mind, the community is around our people and what we want to foster and support. And while we still didn't hit it last year, it's not a negative on us. We are on the trajectory and close enough because we are thinking about it. We're constantly engaging with our community, and our other work besties are helping to engage with the community that it's going to help bring us up.
Yeah. So more or less, you still have to get some goals that are tangible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So I think it's more about how do we think about reflection of
Yeah.
them versus just you have to hit it.
It's like a blueprint for your year.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's a good one. Like we
that's
should tagline that.
sometimes it happens. Blueprint for the year.
One of the goals that we had for this year that we've already accomplished, which was to start engaging with other like-minded individuals and understand how they have established themselves in the podcasting industry. This is something we had put technically on our board for last year.
Yeah.
We put again this year, and we've met so many really cool individuals. We've been able to engage with those that are guests, their
Mhm.
podcasters, their
Learn from
editors,
them.
their yes, all walks of life. And I think to me, this is a great example. We definitely went to conferences last year, but we didn't quite hit what we were trying to do, which was to build our network of podcasters as broadly as we wanted last
Mm-hmm.
year. So
And we are
we
starting. Yeah.
continue to do it this
Yeah.
year.
That's true.
I'm gonna go a little bit into depth about what we're thinking about for this year.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about all of it, but maybe a few elements.
Shall we show it?
All right,
Continue
we're
talking.
gonna pause for a
No,
second and
continue
go get
talking
it.
and
Besties, if you're doing this with us, here's what you do need. So we've just
glove
created this. We
sticks.
just created this before, and we will share with you guys the video of us making it, which is very comical. Took probably longer than we anticipated, but what you do need
Yeah,
is a
longer
physical
than
board.
anticipated.
Last year, if you guys do recall, we used Canva to create ours. This year, we decided to go a little bit more old school and use magazines, pictures from Pinterest, pictures that we had from other things. We even added some stickers and glue. So you'll obviously need some type of pictures, whether you decide to do it physically or on some type of digital format. You'll need scissors, glue, screenshots, whatever works. And about 15 minutes is maybe we were a little more, but you need a little
Because we
bit of
were not there.
time. We were giggling the whole time. So we'll show it, and then Claude can walk through some of the questions that we thought about while we were creating ours.
All right. This is our vision board.
This definitely feels like you're in like
Yeah.
6th grade about to do your very first
I think
presentation
it's more like
ever.
4, but that's okay. So here, of course, we have to stay on brand with our logo, which I do love our logo. I really love. And our color theme.
I think what would help other people is asking or answering some of the questions that we came up with so that they can start thinking about how to create their own
Yeah.
vision board.
Love having a upside down microphone.
That was my picture, everyone. Thank you for the contribution.
Before you cut anything or you choose your pictures or go on the internet or whatever, ask yourself three questions. How do I want work to feel in 2026? What do I want less of? And what am I willing to do differently? And that will be the blueprint of what your 2026, your year will be, and what will be on your vision board.
In addition to what do we want less of, it's what do we want more of for us? Like, what did we want to shift?
Yes.
And also, how do we want to be
Mhm.
different too?
Yeah. And for the people that listen to us on audio, I would really suggest for you to watch on YouTube
Just to see
just to see
how
our art,
amazing
our
our
artwork.
vision board really is. So yeah, I would say that in addition to those questions, it is more about
What do we want to do different?
right.
What do we want to add to the year that we want to do now? Now it's what, our third year, right? Podcasting. What are we ready now for the next steps?
It is a little more on the feelings of what we want and where we want to
Mm-hmm.
go, not necessarily all the steps
Yep.
that you're going to take.
Exactly.
Think about what are those things you want, where you think you want to go, and bring that into your forefront as you're coming up with the ideas.
Exactly. So, for example, for us, we looked at what do we have right now in the podcasts? We have social media. We have the podcast in all the platform. What are we missing? Well,
Mhm.
we are missing a couple of other social media like Pinterest, but also what we are missing, a big one, is a website. That is something to think like that. What is the next steps that
Mhm.
you want to do for the next year?
At the same time, we also reflected on what's working, or from our perspective, what we wanted to double down on, which was the consistency. We
Yes.
really felt the big change between season 1 and season 2 for us was the consistency and being more authentic and planning ahead
Yeah.
for how and what we wanted to
Hmm.
establish. So you'll really start to notice that. And we obviously are still learning how
We always learn. Everybody.
we've
Thank
learned a lot
God.
the last couple of days at
Yeah.
this Podfest
Thank God. Otherwise, it
conference.
gets boring. If
Right.
you don't learn, you stay stagnant.
So the consistency from our perspective isn't necessarily like we have to do the same thing, but for us, it's the consistency of establishing the routine of the podcast, the routine of engaging with our guests and continuing to evolve that.
The consistency of every week
Yeah.
having a podcast. And
Thinking about the ways that we show up is super important. And for us was our key takeaway. And so, Claude, do you, after going through this exercise now for the third year, anything that you feel like does work from it?
so it's so funny because I feel like we have the same thing, right? I don't believe it, then I believe it. And then as the year go out, it's kind of I forget the real goal of the vision board. I like to say again, it's not like a fantasy. I want to win the lotto. It's more about what do you want this year to be and how do you get there, or at least
Mhm.
to have not how to get there, but to remind you as the year goes
Progresses.
progresses. Okay, I did that. I need to go to the next step now. I need to do, I'm in Pinterest. I need to go to the website now. It kind of help. I like to do lists
Yeah.
because otherwise I'm all over the place. But that actually helps me to stay grounded. So I do like that.
Right. And I think to your point, the reason why we shifted, because the last 2 years I created the vision board with your help. Not that I did it solely on my own, but
Not
but
much.
I created them in Canva,
Yeah.
and you were like, okay, that's just not how I visualize things. So we decided to do
Different
them
brains.
right, different brains,
Oh,
different ways.
sorry.
Ow. We decided to do them on a physical board.
Yeah.
So although this year was maybe not the best showing of it, we'll continue to get better and better every year.
It doesn't matter. It
It
works for
still it
us.
still is something that works for us because you and I
I
have
was part of it.
had different well, yes,
Yeah.
you're part of it, but you also have different ways of thinking about things. Your way of manifesting is to visualize, is to write down lists. You have to physically do it
Oh,
to
yeah.
have it mentally engaged,
Yes.
which is it is manifestation whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
But regardless
Yeah.
of that, it,
Kinda.
it is a new way of doing it than
Yeah.
what we've done in the past. Our recommendation on this one is there is no one size fits all in creating a vision board. If you are a person that really loves and feels more confident and excited about the physical cutting of pictures and pasting them,
And looking and
on
searching for the
right,
picture,
then do that.
you
If
know?
you're somebody who likes to just write words on a page like a journal, that also works. If you're somebody like me who love to do Canva and then I can visualize it and see it on your digital screens, all of them work. It's whatever you feel most confident in. It is just a way to provide the blueprint and the
The
clarity to
vision. Yeah.
consistently think and see it, because visualizing it and seeing it helps bring it back to
Yep.
life.
Exactly. So where are we going to put it?
I don't know. Someplace that you can consistently look at it, I
I
guess.
know. Maybe we should put it on our phone screen.
You can do
That's
that?
a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it. So let's snap a picture and put it on our phone screen.
Yep.
So that in a nutshell is the key takeaway from today. Vision boards don't necessarily replace the actions, they support it. So
Yep.
you still have to come up with the actions on your own, but it helps.
If you're a believer like Jess or a skeptic like me, at the end of the day, don't think vision board like vision. It's the goal is really about clarity. What is the blueprint for the year to come and to stay in your mind and to remind you as it goes and also visualize and you don't forget.
It is not just the visualization, but it's the intention. It
Yeah.
gets you on that next step to think about the actions that will get you to move the needle for some of those goals.
Yeah.
Now, this is on you. We want you all to start thinking about your vision boards for the year, and we'd love for you to share
Oh,
anything
yes.
from them. Whether it's a picture, whether it's the visual words, or even
Yes.
a phrase of something that you're focused on. We'd love to hear from you all. We'd love to be a part of the journey with you
Mm-hmm.
guys and to understand what our Work Bestie community is super excited
Yeah.
about for 2026. With that, we want to say thank you and
See you next week.
see besties, keep supporting each other.
Bye.
Remember, whether you're swapping snacks in the break room, rescuing each other from endless meetings, or just sending that perfectly timed meme, having a work bestie is like having your own personal hype squad.
So keep lifting each other up, laughing through the chaos, and of course, thriving. Until next time, stay positive, stay productive, and don't forget to keep supporting each other.